Hello and welcome. I'm Master Lama Rasaji, and this is our Thursday edition of Rasaji Speaks. I hope you had a wonderful Christmas, a wonderful nativity that saved humanity. Today's topic is riches of radiance, illuminating wealth through well-being. Well, as they say, picture is worth 1,000 words. So the reason we have this background for right now is because don't forget 1 o'clock this afternoon is PFL, right? But let's talk a little bit about King Solomon. Okay. King Solomon, in the lineage of David also, Lamasery says some of the gold that the Magi brought Jesus was part of King Solomon's. Some of the gold we all could have today, to give you chills, very well could be Solomon and Jesus's gold that they were stewards of before we were. How does that give you chills? It gives me chills. I did several broadcasts on God's currency, real estate, gold, silver, copper, precious metals, precious gemstones, diamonds, sapphires. A lot of these, there's only so much made. And not only does it have a wealth value in the world, but it has an intrinsic achieved value to God. And since he's put his soul inside of you, it should have also. In 2025, we're going to arrive. And in that process, it's time for us to be stewards of the wealth, just like King Solomon, David, and Joseph was watching over Jesus when the Magi came. About now, they're already dealing with trade with frankincense, myrrh, and gold and silver. They did pretty well, but they needed to be able to not only fund this period of time, but Jesus's early training, his early travels, and that the 16 years he will spend in the Mideast and the Far East. Now, understand this. You've been with us for a while. Most of you now from 6 months to 36 months. It's really pretty exciting that we actually have some of our people 36 months here. According to the Lamasery in Tibet, of which I will be doing a broadcast tomorrow, that it's important for us to know that cause and effect exist on all levels. Remember, it's health, wealth, and happiness for one human family. In Nashville, Dr. Preston, who's great with woodwork, him and Brother Adam are just phenomenal with woodwork. They'll probably be doing some woodwork at the ranch and other places to teach people. You'll hear more about that when Lamaji does the next Light of Truth from the Lamasery. I'm going to talk a lot about what's going to happen in 2025 and the next 5 years. How maybe you want to be a bigger part of all of that. See, by now you know how law of attraction works. We don't teach just the mindset of law of attraction. We teach the emotional, psychological set of law of attraction, but we align it with the principles of feng shui. It's what you call total well-being, the title of this webinar today. The title of this Rasaji Speaks edition today. See, the moment you started doing figure eights, the moment you started doing the Qigong exercises, you were attracting a different frequency to you. Immediately, what got sped up is what you believed in, what you've held true for a decade before you found us. Those things come fast. But now it's time for everything to come fast. Most of you started experiencing a spiritual alignment and a connection with the divine you never knew possible, a love that you never knew that could exist. Also, the health, it began to shift also. You saw a connection between working every day with the Holy Spirit, the Divine Father and Mother on a daily basis, supporting and giving power to all of your beliefs. But Master Rabbi Jesus made it extremely clear. You can have anything you want as long as you believe that you can. Anything, including this behind me. But do you believe you can? Do you think that you deserve it? That's where column exercise, mirror meditation, and being faithful to your siddhanas change. As you examine your soul, as you examine your spirit and your self-development, the things you didn't believe in, doesn't it make sense? It takes longer for them to come because first you have to believe. You have to have faith. Jesus said of a mustard seed, right? Have you ever watched bamboo grow? Starts out incredibly slow. And then all of a sudden, when bamboo takes off, it's like a month, it's up a foot. We've got fresh bamboo growing out in backyard of Lamaji. It's a symbol for prosperity in the Orient, always has been. It's growing in the ranch. There's two different grades of bamboo actually growing in the ranch. Very interesting, right? It's amazing how strong it is. It's kind of like the roots of a willow tree. Have you ever noticed the surface of a willow? They will move, the wind will move it to and fro, right? There is an actual movement in the Taiji form called swaying willow. It's one of Lamaji's favorite moves. The wind can blow and it just passively continues to blow. But it never gets ripped out of the ground like a water oak that's strong on the surface, but has little to no roots. And yet the willow seems to be yielding like the water, and it has phenomenal roots. A 200-mile-an-hour hurricane in Florida will not take a willow out. Did you know that? If that willow is more than 10 years old, it will not take the willow. We're coming into 2025. I want you to think about grounding. It's going to be extremely important. Last year, we knew that focus for that soaring dragon was important. But for that snake to find that right piece of real estate, that right investment, for me to have the balance of the elements, which is what we're going to be talking about today in the webinar. How important are the elements in investing? Earth, air, water, and fire, right? Mind, light, sound, and vibration make up the 7 to 8 basic elements. Interesting, they also make up the 7 to 8 chakras. Very, very interesting. There must be a connection there, right? We know the story of the chicken and the egg, but none of us truly know is what came first. We don't really know that, not for a fact. We don't. But what we do know, there is a profound connection between the two. And see, that's what Siddhana practice is. A profound. If you don't know everything a Siddhana exercise does, don't worry about it. What you find out within a 45-day renewal, you find this out. There is a connection there somewhere. See you this afternoon. Don't be late at 1 o'clock. Lama Ji has something special to share with you. Baraka Bashai, may the blessings be to you and your glorious family. Let's bring in the new year with a bang. I mean, a real bang. Who's with me? Hit me up in the comment section and tell me that you're ready for the best year with the Circle of Chi that you've ever had, and that you're going to make sure that you share this with hundreds of people this next year. We need to get the word out, and we need your help. God bless you all. See you soon.